So I'd love to know, you're in your late 20s. You think you're going to be this professional athlete forever. You're working a full-time job.
Yeah.
Hate brand goods is like a concept.
A concept.
At this point. And then when you hit 31 was a pretty pivotal year.
Yep,
because
that was the start.
That's the year your dad passed away from pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
And you were half of his age.
Yeah. So I Dad had been sick, and I got the call that morning, April 5th. I actually happened to be in Austin at a friend's engagement party, birthday, something like that. And got the call. And it wasn't until later that I really, got to thinking out of it, after the immediate whatever it is of sadness and bummed and confusion, all those things. I just got to thinking about it. It's like, man, he died at 62 and he dies the day before my birthday. And so it was really poignant for me that I turned 31 the next day. And like, we're not celebrating. I get it. I don't care. Also, I don't give a shit about birthdays. It's a 1 in 365 chance of what day you were born. It's not rare.
Dude, I'm the same way.
I couldn't care any fucking
my
less.
my wife gets so mad because I don't make a big deal about my birthday, and I have a hard time making a big deal about other people's birthdays.
Yep.
And I don't get it.
I don't either, but also that's because I've built a life that I do whatever the fuck I want to every day. I don't need a special day that I'm given permission to have my day.
Yeah.
And so after Pops passes, and I kind of have that feeling of like, none of the men in the last 2 generations of my family got to 70. And so like, all right, 62. 62 is the fucking number. You're 31. You have 1,612 weeks left to accomplish everything you want to in life. That's it. TikTok. What do you do with it? And for me, it was, I better go. I'll fucking happily die tired. I'm not looking to turn this machine in with a bunch of reusable miles on it. I'm not trying to live a safe life or risk-free. Like, I want to go. I want to experience it all. I want to be uncomfortable and be present for as many of the remaining days of my life as that is. And while I think I'm stacking the cards in my favor to be older than 62 when I die, I don't know. I don't know. I have too many stories, man, of friends I hear that just like, a friend of ours who's 31 and fit wakes up and his wife is a little off. She's also fit and in her 30s, had a stroke. Fucking just had a stroke. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's a thing now? That's a possibility?
You just never know.
You don't. And that was, Dad went from healthy and dad to dead in 11 months.
That's how my mom was too. My mom went 6 months.
6 months, dude.
You never know.
You don't know. And I know that you hear people hear this realization, right? Like when they have that cross with mortality, or that, they're told they have 6 years left to live, or a year, or whatever it is. And it sparks this passion of life. I have 31 years left. I know it. I'm going to die, and I'm going to live my life accordingly. That's the motivate. Like anytime someone's like, what do you mean? How do you stay motivated? I'm fucking dying. That's how I get motivated. I have one chance of today to make it rad. I'm not interested in giving the keys over to someone else and just letting it slip by.
After your dad passed, was that a very quick realization, or was this over time?
It was over time. It slowly built, and there was just less that I was willing to accept as okay.
So what did you start changing?
So that's 2014. Hate Brand starts selling shirts in October of 2014. I win another world championship in 2014. So I'm on the gas. Like, I feel it. And it's working and it's going and I'm motivated and I still feel that drive. And it just slowly chipped away at anything that was creating drag. Anything that was going to slow down progress to where I want to go has to go.
Did you get better at saying no to certain things?
I've been pretty good at that for a long time. Another part that came with my dad dying and that realization of time for me is I don't do anything anymore out of obligation. I don't feel it. Not to family, not to people. I'm not obligated to do shit. Now, that doesn't mean I don't show up. There's a difference in mindset. What it means is that if I'm there, this is where I want to be. I'm present. I'm not halfway in the fucking tank. In the same way with what I talked about, like, does this matter to you or not? I don't have to do anything. You're not physically going to make me go. I don't have any, there's consequences for things, but that's a choice. It's not right or wrong. It's simply consequences that are favorable or unfavorable, and do I want to deal with them? And no one gets a vote what I do with my time.
That's one thing that I had to learn over time is how to say no.
Yeah.
I was really bad at being the yes man. And in the beginning, I thought it was helping me. I thought it was creating more opportunity for me. Someone wanted to grab a coffee. Yes. Someone wanted me to go on a trip with them. Yes. Someone wanted me to sit through a demo of a new tech stack for the business. Yes. And I thought that was doing only good things for me. And what I realized is I was burning my energy. There's a difference between time and energy. You have 24 hours of time a day. You don't have 24 hours of energy.
No, you have a fuel tank.
Yeah. And once that's gone, it's gone. And I was burning all of my energy and time on saying yes. And until I learned to say no to things, I was like, holy crap, I've been holding myself back.
Right.
And that's a scary thought.
And that comes with experience.
It does.
Right. And like that's one of those things, because on the come up, saying yes to opportunities is how you learn. And like you don't start realizing that these people that come in that want to like, hey, we have a marketing plan for your business. It takes a few years of listening to those people to go like, oh, okay.
You're all
bullshit sifter now is way better.
You're all the same.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you guys, none of you have built a business personally. So until then, it's an opinion. Like until then, you don't have experience doing this. You have a theoretical idea.
There's a lot of that out there.
A lot of that. There's a lot of magic. People love the idea of magic, and it's one of those things that really bugs me.
I think a lot of people are actually not in touch with reality, even with themselves. They're not honest with themselves. So many people spend time on the theory of what works and how to get to from point A to point B and what success means, and even how to be a leader, how to be a business owner. There's a lot of fake shit out there. And there's a real big difference between theory and experience. And if there's anything I've learned over these last 10 years of building a business, it's that I learn best by doing.
Same. It's I have to take a beating. It's part of the gig. And so that failure avoidance that so many people get, like I was able to kind of see that differently thinking about professional skateboarders and BMX guys. Did bike shop shit a while back in my life and was kind of involved in those worlds. And I was thinking about it and I'm like, you know what they're really good at? The pros. They're really good at falling. That's the skill, is they can fall in a way that allows them to try again. Or they get so good at falling that on the run up, they recognize something's off. And they don't just hold the handlebars and ride it into the earth and let it fucking burn in flames anymore. They try again. It's, I'll make another run up. I'll make another run up. And it's from repetitions of falling that you can precede like, I can feel it on the front end. Something's not right.
I love that analogy.
That's what they're good at.
Dude, when I watch people like that who are competitors in these very risky sports and activities, snowboarders, skateboarders, going off these massive ramps, I watch this and I think, I don't have the balls to even attempt that.
Right.
I'm afraid of that. In order to get to X level, you need to be willing to crash your face on that bar.
Yeah, for a decade.
Yeah, and that's for me. That's why I'm not a professional snowboarder, because I'm afraid of that.
Yeah.